this is Frank Turner.
Hey, this is Brian Down.
Hello, Adam Green.
Hi, thanks for having me on the show.
Hello,
Hi.
Welcome back again. Yeah, thank you for having us.
Yes, Commentaries, live in Glastonbury. Yeah, big up.
Und ihr hört the Common Talk Podcast.
And you're listening to the Common Talks podcast.
Willkommen zur ersten Podcast-Episode in 2019. Ihr hört den Common Talks Podcast mit Biene.
And Olli.
Und wir sind heute hier im altehrwürdigen SO36 in Berlin mit einer Menge Gästen. So,
Let's start with a short introduction. The Skinny Lister European Tour starts today here in Berlin. There will be 3, in our eyes, brilliant bands on the bill each night. Could you please introduce yourself to the listeners?
Okay, I'm Max from Skinny Lister. I'm playing the accordion, and yeah, we're really excited to be here. You know, it's amazing. We've got our good friends here as well. It's nice to be touring with these guys as well. They're in the room. They're going to introduce themselves in a minute. So I'll pass you over.
Hey, I'm Conrad from Moly and the Crackers, and yeah, we're on tour with Skinny Lister for the next 2-3 weeks.
Yeah.
And super excited. So thanks for having us.
Well, it's always a pleasure. Thanks for coming.
I'm Ruth and I'm also from Moly and the Crackers, and I'm going to be doing some singing and fiddle playing in the band.
Yeah. Very good. And I think we've got Trapper as well. Come on in, Trapper. Here he is. And here's Trapper as well. He's opening up each night. We've toured America with him in the past as well, so it's wonderful to have him here in the UK and Europe as well.
Greetings, Earthlings. Here we are.
Okay.
Yeah, we're just about to introduce everyone. Could you just say a few words about yourself?
A few words about myself. My name is Trapper. That is my real name, so we got that out of the way. Yeah, I'm from the cheese curd capital of the world, Ellsworth, Wisconsin, and yeah, I'm very excited to be out of America right now. It's kind of a mess, as you all know. It's a mess here too, but you know, messes are relative. So
welcome to Berlin for a start.
thank you.
yeah, as said, this is the first. This is the first date of the tour of the Skinny Lister European Tour. How did you find yourself going the tour together?
So I think, well, there's a big web that we weave in the music scene where we meet one another through different avenues. So with Trapper, we toured across America. How many years ago was that, Trapper?
A couple of years ago, I think we met through our record label.
Yeah,
you know?
that's right.
They're like the music industry's dating apps.
Yeah.
They set you up.
First date went okay, so we're going for the second. And then Ruth and Conrad from the Holy Moly and the Crackers.
I think we came to see you at a show in like 2012 in Newcastle and just went to the pub with you afterwards.
Yeah,
I think we kept doing that as well. Every time we came back to Newcastle. It's like,
I think it's through a lot of drinking, and this is, I know it sounds cheesy, but this is like a dream come true for us, because we first started following you guys before we even really made a band, and so like seeing bands like you was the reason why we started, so it's
all
really,
your
really
fault.
nice. Yeah, it's all your fault, like we're here.
I can't wait, yeah.
Yeah, well, Trapper, you did a show in the Ramones Museum here in Berlin yesterday.
I
Is that
did.
right? How was that?
It was really humbling to be immersed in so much history, of course, and it's fantastic that museums like that exist, because I think it sort of introduces their music to, you know, the oncoming generations, and that's what it's all about, is like extending the line, being a link in a long chain. So it's sort of what they were saying, you know, it's Skinny Lister's fault that this band is going. It's the Ramones' fault that like thousands of crappy punk rock bands started. No, the Ramones, you know, were a big inspiration for me in that there was this, kind of overcooked movie, you could say, called School of Rock. I don't know if you've heard it, the one with Jack Black. I say it's overcooked, more so it's like you're exposed to it so much in the States. But anyway, their song Bonzo Goes to Bitburg, about Ronald Reagan visiting Germany. That song hit in the movie at a really crucial part. And I just remember as being a kid on my parents' couch, just getting chills. And so yesterday when I got back there, I kind of got back in touch with, that song and what the Ramones meant to me. So long answer, but yeah, it was really cool to play there.
You already had 4 albums out, toured with the likes of Social Distortion, Frank Turner, The Wallflowers. This all according to your Wikipedia page, so correct me. And this alone sounds like a good CV. On your new album, Primetime Illusion, you have, apart from my favorite songs, Shakedown and Drive Through Divorce, you have a song with Nicole Atkins.
Yes.
Yeah. And you have a co-writing credit from none other than Bob Dylan on the last song on Wisconsin.
You've heard of him?
Yeah.
Kidding.
He's got something to do with musical, didn't he?
Yeah.
Shouldn't he, or something?
Yeah, please tell us the story. How did that happen?
Yeah, I'll tell you the bite-sized version. But yeah, 57 years ago, Bob Dylan wrote a song about Wisconsin, my home state, and the song just basically went unseen for all of that time. And I was just surfing through the web and I saw this article that popped up that said, long lost Bob Dylan song about Wisconsin, up for sale, $30,000 at auction. I was like, man, if I could just find $30,000 real quick, that'd be great to buy. But I thought instead, why don't I just finish the song? Because Bob Dylan's very busy. And so yeah, I sat down at the piano, I made myself a French press, and I just finished the song really quickly. And because that to me is second nature of being a folk musician, is just again, that idea of you pick up where one generation has left off, and that's the whole idea of doing this is, dusting off something and making it new. So I finished the song and we put it out there online, and NPR took notice, Billboard took notice, and then of course Bob Dylan's lawyer took notice. That's a joke. But yeah, the song just kind of made its way up the food chain, I guess, to Bob Dylan. And yeah, I don't want to lift the veil too much, but basically, yeah, I got the call that he was interested in publishing the song with me for the first time. And so, yeah, for a kid from Wisconsin to publish a song with, my hero, Bob Dylan, about the state of Wisconsin is stranger than fiction. Yeah. It's just really kind of weird. And so yeah, it was just came to me at a really awesome point. And yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah. Sounds crazy. Sounds crazy and amazing. And it's surely something that many singers or songwriters would dream of. And after all that, is there anything left on your musical bucket list?
No, I'm just done.
Cashed in.
Okay. But wouldn't it be great to perform that song with Bob Dylan one day?
Yeah, I mean, it would be, but it's not going to happen. So.
Well, never say never.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, the second band on the bill tonight are Holy Moly and the Crackers.
Yeah.
I first realized you when Frank Turner mentioned your song, the punk rock Christmas Eve, which is just great. And I would sum up your music as kind of gypsy folk punk music. Can you describe the concept behind Holy Moly and the Crackers?
That's really difficult. Usually when we try and describe our music, we just mash a load of genres together, 7 genres, and that's probably not that helpful. But I guess under an umbrella, it's folk rock, I guess.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of different influences in there. All the people in the band have their own identity. We've all got different music tastes, very, very different music tastes. But we just try and include all of that in what we're doing, I guess.
Yeah, I think a lot, you see a lot of bands go out and they go, we are this band, band, or we are a rock band, or we're a punk band, and we're going to write for that. But we've always just written kind of for ourselves. You know, everyone's kind of brought their genres to the table or their identities to the table, and we just throw it into a big melting pot and see what comes out.
Accidents, you know, like when things just clash and then you think, oh, that's kind of cool, it's kind of rock, it's kind of gypsy, it fits together, let's go with it. Put it on the album.
And it happens that you also have a new album now, which is called Take Bite, and that will be released on April 5th, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
Can you give us a first impression or tell us about it? What can we expect on that album?
I think that one is I'd say it's there's a lot of rock on there, like rock blues. We kind of we're listening to a lot of Jack White through the writing process and the Black Keys, and you know that was a really recent discovery for me. I mean, I never listened to the White Stripes, you know, when I was little. You know, anything that wasn't an acoustic guitar I wouldn't listen to, and I think that's kind of informed the songwriting quite a lot. So it's louder. And I think also working with our producer Matt, this is the second album we made with him, so I think that we really learned how to work with each other, would you say?
Yeah, and as a concept I guess it's like, you know, we're not stereotypically cool or fit into a genre, we've got a really stupid name, and we're all kind of a bunch of misfits, we're 6 little misfits, and I think the concept behind the album is like take a bite, it's like take a chance on us, take a bite with us, like come and join our party and be part of it. We don't need to be like that commercial or like massive, but just let's just enjoy ourselves and take a chance with it.
Sounds great.
Buy the album.
The music of Holy Moly and Skinny Lister matches quite well, and it seems that you as bands get on very well.
Yeah.
So did you do some gigs together already?
We played at our Christmas party.
Yeah, no, it was the one before that.
Garage,
it was the album, your last album tour.
Yeah. At the garage.
At the
for
garage.
the London show.
Yeah, for the London
we've done
show,
that. I feel like we should have been playing together forever. Because as you described the band as well, I think Skinny Lister is the same in that it's 6 very different characters that come together and try and carve the same audio stone with many challenges along the way. But also what comes out is like quite a unique thing and something which is kind of open to being influenced more or less by each of the members of the band as well, so we're not strictly this type of band or whatever. So I think again, so when I hear you talking about Holy Moly and the Crackers, I think we've got very similar DNA in the way that the sort of music sort of comes about.
And also, like, I mean, we've played together once, but I've seen a lot of Skinny shows. Like,
and you've been up on stage singing John Kanaka many a time.
Quite a few times. And but you know, like there is all these like influences, like you're saying that you go into the pop, but at the end of it is just like a really inclusive kind of show for people to dance and sing along to, and you know, so whatever the genre, that's kind of, I mean,
the heart of it. The heart of it. We're about inclusivity, and we're about bringing people together. And I think the one thing that runs through the whole core of our music is that, you know, we want to bring people together and have a party, but at the same time, you know, take people on a journey through the albums that we create. So on our latest album, I think you'll find quite a range of styles that have sort of come about through the 3 previous albums, and it's sort of been a development of what is essentially the Skinny Lister that sort of identity crisis where we're not quite sure whether we're this thing or the other, but I think it comes out in a very positive way.
That's where the magic comes out when you're sitting in between things. It's like Ruth was saying, like the happy accidents of like the kind of sound you create.
Thanks for the bridge.
Let's just stick with Skinny Lister. Listeners of our podcast will be quite familiar with Skinny Lister. I think apart from Beans on Toast, you are the guest we talk the most to in our little show. So I think we don't need any big introduction anymore. You have a new album out, Story was released some days ago. How's your feeling about the reception the album got so far? I mean, Lorna and Ben are at the Radio 1 interview now. The reception's good on the whole. I think that some fans sort of
think that maybe we've sort of stepped too far away from folk music, but then at the same time, you know, we've kind of sort of got a back catalogue of a lot of that already. But the reviews have been very positive on the whole, and we still hark back on the album to some sort of folk rousing, rabble-rousing, shanty-type songs like Rattle and Roar. Is one of the sort of standout sort of folk tracks, but then we dip our toes into the 80s music field quite a bit as well, with things like Elvis Costello, The Clash, and Dexy's Midnight Runners. So we're kind of sort of heavily influenced by that type of sound as well. And we've got, I think the album is very, communicates a story in each of the songs as well, so it's kind of almost come out as a concept album, and hence we all, you know, this time with this album everybody was like, oh, the story is okay, that's easy, okay, and that is a rare and beautiful moment within the Skinny Lister camp. And so the album is called The Story Is, and the photo that is on the front is a photo that I take these series of photos on the road as we travel around, and so for some of the singles as well we've used this artwork, and they're all sort of pictures and images from our story as it unfolds, you know.
And you took the photo? Did I
So I take, yeah, that's right, so I take the photo and I call them reality bends and sort of twist reality, but then, you know, we kind of sort of made it into the artwork. And yeah, the story is, I'm really proud of the album. Everybody in the Skinny Lister camp's very proud of it, and we're very excited for all this touring and, you know, put up in the album out there, and yeah, hitting the road.
Touring, you have become quite a professional touring band now over the years, and are there still any challenges you're facing?
Oh hell yeah, touring! I just think the word touring could mean challenge. You know, we as a band, I'm sure you guys agree.
Touring.
It's the most beautiful thing, and it gives you so much adventure and it enriches you culturally, but it also taxes the mind, the body, the spirit and the soul. It's stress, problem solving, you know, so really if you want to develop your character and your strength of character, just go on the road and have minimal sleep, travel long distances in tiny spaces and stay up really late. Yeah, but I mean, it's amazing. We love it, you know, it's at the core of Skinny Lister, and we love having these guys on the road with us and sharing it all with us. So yeah, there's plenty of challenges. I don't know whether there's one in particular I can point out now, but
so
it's amazing.
It's not everyday life, like already. It's still something special.
Yeah, totally. I just think going out and meeting all of these people, you know, like we are sitting here around this table because of touring and music, and the music that connects people. I think there's something very magical about music that brings people together, and to be able to travel around the world and share that with those people that come and pay to come and see us play, or those people that sort of happen to stumble across any of us. I just think it's a beautiful musical, I mean, a social glue for society, and touring is at the epicenter of it.
Yeah. Wow.
Well said.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's just a few minutes until your tour starts. So what can people expect on the upcoming tour? Will there be any surprises that you can tell? Maybe some collaborations?
Got lots of wood here.
Some collaborations between Skinny Lister and the supporting bands on stage? Will you do some songs together? I don't know, that you can tell.
Yeah, we always do the 6 Whiskeys.
Yeah.
It's a song about the story is having 6 whiskeys and roaming around the city.
Yeah.
And we always kind of sing that. Some nights we do it, some nights we forget.
Yeah, so I just think bringing people in as much as we can. Who knows yet? You know, this is the first night.
You have to show up and see what's going to happen.
Yeah, but
we don't even know.
The intention is there, you know, what can I say? Yeah,
the tour brings you to a lot of different cities, like Kiel tomorrow, then Erfurt, Prague, Nürnberg, Munich, Frankfurt, Vienna, Paris, and so on. You can see the whole schedule on our website. Is there any city or venue you look forward to the most, and why?
We always love coming to Germany. You know, Germany holds a special place in our heart. The the venues are great, the crowds are great, the people are great, the food is great, the beer is great. You know, yeah, we love Germany and Berlin in particular. Yeah, Berlin is amazing. We haven't been to Prague before. This is our first show in Prague, so we're excited to go to the Czech Republic. We've done a couple of festivals out there, so we're really excited to go there. But you know, like I say, it's just such an adventure and such a privilege to be on the road that you name a town, I want to be there.
All of you can look back on the huge list of support shows or headliner shows. What was in your eyes the biggest, best, or even craziest show you can remember?
Trapper, you got one?
Yeah, probably touring with the Wallflowers. Bob Dylan's son, actually, Jacob Dylan. Yeah, we did quite a bit of touring with them 6 or 7 years ago, and getting to share a stage and then eventually share a microphone with Jacob Dylan and sing like One Headlight. You know that big hit? I mean, that's a pretty cool moment because I grew up in the 90s, and you know, hearing a song on the radio and then eventually getting to sing that song with that, you know, that singer. I mean, it's like really a surreal, cool, you know, kind of a full circle ish kind of moment. So with that, I gotta go start the tour.
Okay.
So leave with the rest of you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And we see you downstairs. And
we'll see you.
Yeah.
And how about you guys?
What do you say?
Any shows?
I'm really excited about Vienna. Actually, I've seen a lot of the buildings online, a lot of the architecture.
Oh, what, got into Vienna?
Yeah, got into
right,
Vienna.
yeah.
I'm really excited about that.
Yeah.
But I can't think of something that we've done there. I mean, everything just kind of like. It kind of just like blurs all into
You can't see us now, but we're merging everything.
I mean, we played in Czech Republic last year, and that was incredible.
That was amazing. For me, Colours of Storm.
Oh yeah, that's a great
festival
one.
was
Yeah.
Oh my God.
absolutely incredible. That blew up.
And that was the first weekend out to Eastern Europe for us.
Yeah,
were
we've
in
never been there before.
Czech and Hungary, and just before Colours we went to Budapest, to the Danube. We've been singing a song about the Danube since we started. So actually to go to the river was a bit of a pilgrimage, but
Yeah, we really enjoyed the Colours of the Storch as well. It's an amazing festival. It's a really good site.
Yeah.
Loads of people.
really, it looks like a big James Bond villain set, doesn't
Yeah.
it? Like the old,
The industrial.
yeah, all the old industrial factories. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you've got so much experience now already. Is there any advice you can give to young musicians or bands who are just starting?
Yeah, I just don't think you get anything without putting loads of hard work into it.
Yeah.
And that, you know, you sort of learn as you go along.
Yeah.
And that, you know, you just got to really, really want to do it, and you've just got to keep doing it. And
Take all the opportunities you
Yeah,
get.
always say yes.
Yeah.
Always say yes to anything that comes your way. Just do it.
That's going to
Some
get
of
into
it's
his trouble at some point.
some of it's going to be bad, some of it's going to be good, but the good stuff can always lead to other good stuff and build you up. So always just throw yourself, and never be a diva. Never be a diva about anything. Never think you're too good for something, because you never know how good the opportunity is going to be. So.
Nor when you're on your way down. Who you're going to meet.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I just think it's really important that you become whatever you do, and if you keep doing it and you have enough heart and strength, and just know that it's going to be quite a journey.
Yeah, and looking into the future after the tour ends, are there already some plans for any of you coming back to Berlin or to Germany, maybe for some festivals in summer?
Oh yeah. I think we might be doing Deichbrand this year. I've got to be careful what I say now. But we do have some German festivals over the summer. I wish I'd done my prep before this, so I could tell you exactly which ones. But we will be coming back to Europe over the summer period, and we do have some German festivals, and we go to America as well. So we do this tour, go back to the UK, and then we're going out with the Bouncing Souls in America for 3 weeks, and then come back for these European festivals, and we're really excited about them.
Wow.
We'll be back in Germany in September, doing our own headline tour.
Yeah, I read it on the web page of Musik and Frieden that you will be playing here in Berlin on September 10th, correct?
That's the one.
That's the one.
Okay.
Yeah.
That would be it.
Yeah.
See you there.
Yeah.
We really look forward to the show tonight and to the Moly the Crackers album, which is out on April the 5th. I think the shows will be a brilliant party, so if you can catch these guys live on the tour, just do it. It's a guaranteed triple rock and roll dancing package.
Whole thing.
Yeah, thank you all so much for taking your time.
No worries.
It's a pleasure. Yeah.
Before you start off and kick off the tour. So yeah, thanks for being on our little podcast, and I hope, or we hope, this will not be the last time we spoke.
Yeah.
And anytime. Thanks so much. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.